I think without Corona, I wouldn't have taken the chance. So I'm happy. And besides beatbox and art, I'm healthy and
Yeah.
I'm where I want to be. So it's cool.
It's interesting that if you're a creative person, you have to always look for ways to achieve your creativity, to like release the creativity that it's like, "Ugh, I need to do something." And there's always a way to do it, especially if you have this hunger, right? So what you are doing that before you were not doing?
Well, the thing is, I was like more focused into the transition of making a living from my beatbox, and it was basically with three concepts, like just teaching, participating in competitions, and giving showcases. But now I try to open myself more for different things. So I'm going to give you guys a little spoil, but I'm actually finally making a clothing brand, and I really wanted to do that since a long time. And it will be bio cotton, like very good for how can you say it? Like it will, the
For
fact
the
that it's
environment, yeah?
for the environment, it's like very healthy, and still streetwear, so it will be still with a badass vibe, like you guys know me. No,
That's,
no, but like
I love it.
so yeah, this, and at the same time, I'm trying to make beatbox goods as well, but you cannot tell it. Okay, so basically, I'm making the beatbox board game, but
Whoa.
yeah, but it will take a long time until I release it
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
how can I say this? The people where I was working with together, it's because of her that my plans kind of changed, and now I need to start back from zero, and I need to find new sources. But like I said before, I'm really, really happy that I took those chances and that I'm not only beatboxing anymore, but I'm just discovering new places in my interests.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So in 5 minutes, we're gonna start, and we're gonna start with vocal warm-ups. They're gonna be very easy, and I want you guys that you already joined to try it. Even though it's gonna be like the first time you ever do it, just listen to explanation. I'm also gonna tell it in Polish, and try to work it out with us. It's gonna be good to, even if you're gonna do it once, you will feel the difference in your voice. So Tim, you're talking about interesting stuff because taking chances and making risky actions, it's essence of doing anything, like especially when you like just thinking that you can live from your creativity, it's crazy enough that you have to continue this being a little bit crazy. Like it's creativity is house, living from creativity is house. So just enjoy it, try to risk it all, why not, right?
Yeah.
So, and it sounds
I really
very
enjoyed
very
it.
very very cool. The board game, super interested. I'm already thinking, it could be actually like this and yeah, this
Yeah,
is dirty
but
guy.
but it will take a very long time because normally it was supposed to be finished in 2 weeks, but now I need to start all over again, and this will take me a half a year or maybe one full year.
Bro,
So
making a board in 1 year, that's extremely quick. Like, come on. You have to test
yeah,
it, made it right. Come on.
yeah, but I already tested the prototype in February, but not February that just passed, but February 2020. So I was like really, I already had the prototype, and I have the updated version too. But because of a misunderstanding in the price, it was not. I couldn't afford it. That's why. It's like a miscalculation, so I need to find different sources. But the updated version of the how do you tell? Sorry, the graphic design. I mean, the graphic design of the board itself and everything, like the pawns and the dices, everything is actually ready, but the board itself will take a long time. But yeah, those are just spoils. But
I love it.
yeah, I hope to release it soon.
Well, sounds super ambitious and super creative. I love it. So before we will start, it's general advice that you can really find people that will be interested in your art, whatever, if it's music, if it's beatboxing, whatever you do, you will find them, but you need to keep doing something. Just training and making your skills good, it's nice. It's good for a discipline, especially if you're smart with the training. It will make your, you will be focused, sharp-minded. That's really beautiful. But it's okay to go a little bit beyond that, because just because you are, let's say you are a nice guy or a nice girl and you have beautiful beatbox, beautiful vocals, and you have beautiful songs, but if in this mixture, if it's gonna come feeling that you deserve something or you expect success, that can make you a little bit slow, like not really on point. Because for example, like for 15 years I'm staying alive from creativity, because I always was couple of steps in front, like always looking for the next sponsor, always looking for the next gig, always looking for a new skill to achieve, to put it in my arsenal, so I can get money from this and from that and from that, and but still be true to the core part of me that I'm enjoying being creative. So it's not about to push yourself even harder and work even harder. No. Just try to think outside of the box, and it's easier to actually, those thoughts I only have in Polish. So sometimes I have like lag when I talk about those things. But let me tell you from my experience, we have a lot of amazing artists in Poland. They just not understanding how talented and special they are. Like honestly, like for example, Zordon could be already making music and like he could be already having second album. Loki could be in the top 16 GBB. No problem. I mean, no problem. Already 2 years ago, you could do it. Honestly, you're a very good beatboxer. And there's plenty of amazing, amazing potential. It's just, it's sometimes about to just, just fucking do it. Just do something. Just do something, what you can do. And to actually do it, it's good to ask yourself what you really want. Like understand what you really want and what's, as an artist, you have the persona. For example, my persona is this crazy teacher and crazy guy on stage. And my persona wants everybody to shine and be happy. And I'm happy that my persona is almost exactly as me, because that's the way I build myself, my mark on the market. So, for example, if you will go to the talent show, I went to the talent show, but I was already exactly knowing myself that I am this, I want to do that because of this. And if you will ask yourself simple questions like this, it's going to change a lot. And maybe it sounds boring or like not or normal, but if you will take your time to understand what you really want to do with those things.
Yeah, but you're right. It's true. It's like you actually know it, but actually when you say it loud to yourself, not even loud, but if you actually take a second to think about it and whatever it takes to get in that position, when you're actually getting there, everything will come of itself and you will actually feel what you're doing. And that's something crazy, because normally we're like supposed to do everything we're doing on automatic pilot. And that's the moment when we ask ourselves, oh, why did I lose this one? Oh, because he's better. Or, oh, why didn't I do this? I failed there because of this and this. But it's because you're an automatic pilot. But if you ask yourself the questions what you want to do, then you're not an automatic pilot anymore. But it depends on what your limit is. Because if you think like it's too much out of my comfort zone, but it actually isn't, and you're getting there and you're taking the risk, then you will see yourself growing, and that's the very, very best. That's the moment where you can be proud of yourself, right?
For example, how old are you, Tim, now?
I'm 22 now.
Guys, Tim is 22. He's a baby. He's so young. Like, understand, when I was 22, I was already touring outside of Poland many times without money, just going. So, really good example in Polish scene is Jan Elf. He just started to do it. Like a couple of years ago, he was just in the same place that maybe you are, like wanting but not knowing how to do it, and he just started to do it. And now he's a professional musician. So it's about how much you can produce quality things, how much overall you can produce, because first 20 songs you do, they're gonna be pretty bad, but you need to get it out of your system. You need to get that experience to make songs. Anyway, it's good talking to you, and we're gonna start with the vocal warm-ups. Then we're gonna do some beatbox exercises. Then we're gonna do some Footbox exercises, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do. So, so most of you guys are Polish, right? Who's not from Poland except Tim?
I think I can see two already.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lithuania, super cool. From the Baltic coast people. Very good, very good. Okay, I'm gonna explain it in Polish and English. Więc moi drodzy, zrobimy sobie teraz rozgrzewkę wokalną. Będzie lecieć pianino i chcę, żebyście popłynęli raz za tym pianinem. Podkarpacie, bardzo fajnie. Żebyście popłynęli za tym pianinem, ok? Pierwsze ćwiczenie będzie robienie motorówki. Bardzo proste, to rozluźni wasze gardło i to jest taki wstęp do rozgrzewki wokalnej. I nie martwcie się, jak wam to wychodzi, po prostu płyńcie za pianinem. So first exercise is gonna be doing like you're gonna hear the piano and just follow the piano. Don't worry if it's good, don't worry if it's bad, just try your best, listen to the piano, and this is very cool way to achieve notes, good notes, without really damaging your throat, because it's cutting the note. So we're gonna do then we're gonna do and then we're gonna do nay. You will see, it's very easy. So guys, let me show you how it's gonna sound.
Of the thinning out in the bridges as you continue up the scale. Again, your tongue.
That's the pattern we're gonna use. And you do it with, just listen carefully and do it the best as you can. And don't worry, don't judge yourself, okay? Okay.
Now it's your turn. Starting with the basses. And now the tenors.
If you feel tension here, stop the exercise. Let's do exactly the same exercise, but this time on R, okay? Let's go.
Starting with the basses. now the tenors.
Okay, thank you. So I can immediately feel that the back of my throat is getting more loose. It feels a little bit better. Okay, now we're gonna do second exercise, again with the brr and rrr. It's gonna go like this.
Это упражнение в исполнении одного из связкам перестраиваться. Минуту должно.
Slow.
I'm gonna show you later the link for those lessons. They are amazing.
If it gets too fast,
Старайтесь, чтобы трель получалась медленной. Если
don't lose your dumb attitude. Keep the larynx down. Keep it going.
So that's the pattern. Ta-ra-ra, ta-ra-ra-ra. And please do it again with the brr. Get
теперь
ready.
ваша очередь. Сначала басы.
And now come in the tenor. And now the mezzos, the altos. And now the sopranos.
Very good, very good. So really, don't judge yourself. Don't think of it if you are doing it good, bad. Just try to follow the piano, okay? We are doing again the same exercise, but with R. Okay, ready? Small sip of tea. Let's go.
And now come in the tenor. And now the mezzos and the altos.
I don't know if you notice it, but exercise after exercise, at least for me, I can go a little bit higher and I get a little bit less tense. So doing even a little bit random and will get your throat a little bit loose. It's a wonderful technique before the show. Just do it for 10-20 seconds. It's a technique. Well, those lessons are from Cetrix. I'm going to show you later the link. And it's a teacher of Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder. And it's very good technique. Very, very, very good technique and very effective. Even after one lesson, you will feel the difference. We're going to do 2 more exercises. And you can check in your bass how your bass feels. How your throat bass, how your normal bass, how the chest bass feels. It's going to be a little bit more resonating, a little bit more loose. Okay, so the next exercise.
Упражнение.
We're gonna do nay. Nay, it's easy sound to do. It's kind of thin. It doesn't hurt too much to go even high with the nay. And the tip to do nay very correctly, you can give a little bit of cry in it. Czyli będziemy robić nay. I nay dlatego jest fajne, ponieważ łatwo powiedzieć nay, 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 niewiele nas kosztuje. I żeby łatwiej nay wykonywać, możesz dodać odrobinę płaczu. So you don't go super hard like nay, nay, nay. You go more like nay, 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 nay. And the most important thing when we do this exercise, use your normal speaking voice. Use exactly the same voice that you use when you pick up the phone, like, hello? Yeah, yeah, okay. Nay, 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 nay. Don't change it. Don't add any filters on it, okay? Don't do nay, 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 nay. None of this. Or at least try, okay? So let us hear how it's gonna sound.
Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay.
So simple enough. What's interesting in this exercise, I'm gonna tell you because it's probably some of you first time. You will go from chest to blend to head voice. You don't need to understand it. Just watch it carefully from where the sound comes, because it can come from here, nay, 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 from here, nay, 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 and from here, nay, 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 nay. So just observe it, and it can help you a lot with developing different bases, different techniques for your vocals and your own unique techniques. Because it's a placement of resonance, basically.
Always connect up.
Okay, guys,
Теперь
get
ваша
ready.
очередь. Баритон, бас и тенор.
And now the mezzos and sopranos. Altos.
Okay, good. We're gonna do it again. Don't worry. If it's too fast, don't worry. I'm gonna give you the link. You can do it later by yourself. We're gonna do it again. And if it hurts, don't push it. Make a break. It's okay. Just look. There's a point when you come from nay, 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 nay. You can feel it. It going up and down, and the way you are singing it, it needs to change. So you need to adjust it. That's why it's a very, very cool and effective technique to learn singing. All right, get ready.
Теперь ваша очередь. Баритон, бас и тенор.
And now the mezzos and sopranos. Altos.
Okay, thank you. Good job. Good job that you're trying it, because sometimes we are not trying the new things because we are think it's stupid or we are not good enough. You know, we play games with ourselves all the time, especially with vocals. That's why we hide behind the very hard and powerful techniques, so people that cannot hear our normal, soft, maybe not that powerful vocals. But actually, if you want to achieve your style, you need to be comfortable with using the way you really sound and mix it with everything. The way you naturally sound and being confident about it and feeling okay with it, that's the way you can win battle. Like, if I could any day of the year win with team, it's gonna be because I really am confident with myself, because not because of my technique, because I cannot, it's no way I will win with that. It's, you know, you need to find a way to feel very comfortable with yourself, especially on stage, because being on stage is pretty uncomfortable. Most of the time we are talking about like, hey, it's so much fun, but it's fun when you, if you can fight it. But anyway, we're gonna get back to it. Now the last exercise. And I will not win with Tim, so don't worry, guys. I'm not saying I will win with Tim, but if I would win, it will be because of the confidence. So last exercise is gonna be the same notes, but we're gonna do mum. We're gonna do mum, 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 mum. What mum is doing is taking, singing from the nose to your mouth. Mum, mum. So we have tendency to speak from the nose and talking from the nose. That is not very comfortable to listen to us. But if you will be aware of the dynamics, you can beatbox to the mouth, you can sing to the mouth, you can speak by the mouth, and it's going to become more powerful and more clear. So very simple exercise. Very, very effective. Okay, guys, ready?
Теперь ваша очередь. Баритон, бас и тенор.
And now the mezzos and sopranos, altos,
Thank you. Thank you so much to being patient and careful with the exercise. I'm gonna send you now a link for the last exercise, and you will just, it's gonna be in this channel. And oh yeah, it's way easier if your posture is okay. So if you are in whatever moment in your vocal career, in your vocal training, learning speech level singing, using your normal voice with the normal volume of your voice to listen to notes and get them by those exercises, just 5 exercises or 6 that we just did, it will change your game. And after 1 week, everything will be different about your beatboxing. Your sounds will more shine, your bass will be deeper, and the resonance, it will be more beautiful. You know, every voice has a resonance. The place when it's the most powerful, it's going to be a little bit wider. So sometimes it's not about power and volume. It's about getting the sound wide. For example, Tim is not that loud, but he has a lot of sound. It's wide, and it's deep. To get the deep sound, you have to train smart. Just freestyling everyday beatboxing will not get you there. And freestyling every day, it's really okay. It's sharpening up your freestyling skill, okay? And now I'm gonna show you a couple of more exercises more to the drum. We are going to the drumming part. And okay, so let's start super simple. And it's going to be exercise with metronome. And some exercise is going to be super duper easy. Like we're going to start with just kicks. And then we're going to do just snares. But may I please ask you to do them as beautiful as you can. And whatever is happening to you, like maybe you're bored, maybe you're excited, maybe you are, I don't know, hungry or confused, whatever that's happening here or here, try to connect this with your beatboxing, with those sounds. So feed your sounds with your emotions, whatever that feels, whatever that means. You don't need to go like super passionate, like, because that's maybe a cartoon version of what I'm saying it. But to build your own style is to understand that every technique should feed to some kind of emotion. Like beatboxing and making a real showcase that lasts 60 minutes, it's about to make a story full of emotions and build-ups with your sounds. So you need to be the first person that it's moved by your sounds. You need to connect your sounds with your emotions. And you are already doing it, but most of us are not connected to it. Like most of us, the emotion is, yeah, it's gonna be reconnected. It's gonna be uploaded into YouTube, so no problem. But for sure, it's gonna be questions later, so it's good to stay. So most of us, when they beatbox, it's like a little bit of passion, maybe anger, maybe hunger to be the best, and you do like the best. You're already feeding those emotions, but it's very popular to do these emotions with your beatbox, right? I'm going to win this battle emotions. I'm better than you emotions. But you can also do like I don't know what should I do in life. The fucking pandemic is stressing me out. I don't know what's gonna be next in my life. And this is way more interesting than another guy that wants to win a battle, or like, I'm this guy, this is my story and whatever, right? And if you can make a beat about that, even if your audience would not understand that it's exactly about this, it's gonna be way more interesting than beat about you winning. Because even the best beatbox battle, the rounds are very short because you cannot listen to it nonstop. You need a break because it's very intensive and it's very ego-driven. It's not about audience, it's about the winner on stage. So it's a totally different mindset. But let me not carry it away with talking, because I can talk and talk and talk. So guys, let's start with the kick, and don't do it with all power. Do it medium, even soft, and make it as beautiful as it is possible. Nice and sharp and quick. Don't make it long. Switch it to snare. Sharp, very short, very beautiful. Switch it to rim shot. Wonderful. Hi-hat. I know it's an easy sound, but try to make it beautiful. Do it on T instead of C. Zróbcie go na ty. Niech będzie bardzo delikatny, żeby prawie go nie było, ale jednak się pojawiał. Ok? Teraz poproszę stopa, verbal, rimshot, hi-hat. Kick, snare, rimshot, hi-hat. Pu, fy, ka, cy. And if it's new for you and it's sometimes you're getting it and sometimes not, that's okay. That means that you're learning. And after a couple of loops, you're going to have it. And we're doing kick, snare, rimshot, hi-hat. And please have this motivation that you know that every repetition makes those sounds more beautiful. Try to pour everything what you're experiencing now into those sounds, and it's going to get more interesting. But just try to enjoy the process of getting better. Every time that you make those sounds again with like good motivation, it works really good. Okay? Guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good, very good. Please, now let's do it reverse. So hi-hat, rim shot, snare, kick. Try to make space between those sounds. So it's not like, let it be very short, very beautiful, all right? 3 and. Very good. Let's do now to the back and forward. I mean forward and back. So kick, snare, rim shot, hi-hat, rim shot, snare, kick. I write it down in a, oh, I write it down in the private, sorry. Yep, the thing in the chat room will help you. Very good, thank you. You know, it's super cool, this exercise, because we are putting hi-hat on 1 in the second loop, and that's making new connections in your brain, because normally on 1 we always do the bass, we always do the kick. So it's very good to do this kind of exercise, because you are allowing yourself to actually control the beat fully, because normally the mouth is controlling us. So that's very good. Let's do the same forward and back, but double time. So kick, kick, snare, snare, rim shot, hi-hat, 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 rim shot, snare, snare, kick, kick. And then we will go to the melody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I ask you guys for a second? You don't need to do it for long, but I'm gonna ask you later. So let's do again the same exercise, but between the hi-hats of first and second loop, let's do 1, 2. So it's gonna go. It's gonna wake us up that we need to be more aware to get it right. So it's gonna be poo 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 kaka tsi click click tsi kaka poo 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 poo. All right, you ready? Very nice, wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's super good, super good. Let's get some water. Can you guys show yourself on the video for a bit? I would love to have a picture of all of us. So again, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. Half of us are my class, which is doing really, really great. Half of you guys just heard it about the workshop. So I really appreciate that you join us. Yep. And even and another guy. And another guy. Super cool. Super cool, guys. Soon I'm going to start the English class. And there's a lot of cool things that we're going to do with Tim. And I just want to say before we're going to continue that, you know, our community is super cool. And I've been doing this for 21 years. And if you have any question, you can always ask me about anything, if it's music related, career related, making beatbox, making songs, production, mixing. If you know, until you're not Mick Jagger, it's okay to ask for help. And it's really big part of growing to like allowing yourself to ask for help. So find somebody that you are really looking up to. And if he's a cool guy, just use it. Like, for example, me and Tim, we always, when I need some stuff about the new school, I need like special thing, I always ask him, and he always give me really beautiful advice. And he needs something advice because I'm a little bit older and have more experience, then I'm always there for him. So don't be too proud or too cool or to have too much insecurities to feel that it's a shame to not ask for help, because there's not that many people who are using their potential fully. For me, it's like FootboxG is probably the top of the top in the new school scene, but another guy who was reaching these levels of, you know, musically and aesthetically was Rips One. And there's many other people who are talented, but you have to go for it, man. You have to really dig deep and, you know, learn new things, and really, you know, you have to go for it. And what's problematic, we sometimes think that living from music is a cool thing. It's not. It's stressful. It's not cool. It's just exciting. It's very, very much exciting. And if you are creative type, you can achieve it, and it's worth it. But you know, beatbox battles will not get you money, will get you prizes, which are super cool. And you have to find your own way to get money from music and creativity. And you can do it if you're going to be consistent. Maybe it will take 10, 15, 20, I don't know. But it will take time for sure. But there is enough people that they will be open to listen to you. But you need to, you know, you need to try, and you need to, you know, develop those things. And I will tell you a trick. You don't need to be as good as Tim, which is on my left, at least on my screen, to be a professional. You have to make your own story with your own sounds to be a professional. And to get money from music, you need to make people listen to you. So they will not talk or look at their phones while you're doing a show, right? Because trust me, it's not a good fun when people are talking when you are beatboxing, right? To make it that people will stop talking is to be very much connected to what's happening with you. Like, for example, you're excited and you're anxious on stage, right? Like, oh, if they will like me, okay, put it in your fucking beat. Just use it as your fuel. All your stress and excitement, and, you know, like, if I'm good enough, okay, make a beat about it. It doesn't need to be perfect, but if the story and your connection to what's inside of you is real and honest, it's going to be nice to listen, and people will not talk. But if you will like push it away and just do the stuff that it's popular, the techniques that are not about you, but about what's popular and how to win the battle, people will start to talk. So Many times I saw somebody who's doing very simple, almost primitive beatboxing, but there was something about him and people start to dance. And trust me, this guy will get more money than people who are doing all the new techniques and they know how to sound like everybody, but they know how to sound, they know how fuck it, English. They don't know how to make their own beatbox story about them. The problem and the scary part is if you do your own beat and somebody's criticizing it, it hurts like hell. But this is also a part that you need to experience and you need to be okay with. And it's a topic for another story, but going deep into your own sound, own story, that's a place where there's way more bigger potential that you will monetize your talent. Trust me, I know it. I know it from experience. But I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just telling you something that I already lived with. So it's not a theory from me, it's experience, okay? So Smart Interlude, do you want to say something this about Tim?
Only that you're right.
Okay, fair enough.
So hi guys. Most of you I already saw the first minutes when this lesson started. And to all new guys that showed up, want to say hi. I'm about to do 2 exercises with you. The first one will be very easy, and the second one will be up to you. Because the first one will be just a beat repeat exercise. I'm gonna make a beat with only kicks now, and you can repeat it. But sometimes maybe it will be too hard for you, but then you can choose if you stay in the groove or you really try to follow the pattern and you try to do the same kicks as I'm doing. But you choose yourself, but choose wisely. Let's start. It goes like this. And then you go. Okay, fair enough. Those were for the kicks. The second one is for the hi-hat, and it will be the same game. And pay attention because I will make a T hi-hat like t, 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 but sometimes I will make a t hi-hat like T and S. But be careful with the pitching because when I try to make a pitch, you can also try to train your pitch. And if you already are familiar with this kind of pitch, don't hesitate to use a different pitch and maybe you will have a nice outcoming. Let's go. Okay, nice. How did that go? Put a thumbs up if this one went well. Okay, very nice to see. Very nice that you guys are doing so much effort. Let's try to do the same thing with the snares. And I would prefer to use the inward case snare because it's like we're breathing in and we have the same time when I'm doing an exercise to breathe out. And also the inward case snare might be one of the coolest fundamentals in my opinion, but that's just a matter of taste. But anyway, let's keep this going. I'm gonna start. All right. Now we're trying to do the same thing, and this will be a challenge to me too. But we're going to try the same thing, inward case snare, but we're going to try to pick a side where we're not comfortable with. But be careful, because, for example, I always do the inward case snare on the right side. Sometimes I do it in the middle. Now I'm going to try for myself to do it on the left side. But make sure that when you do this, that you be careful how open that you put your cheek, because some couple of months ago, I had a jaw injury because of always doing sounds like lip rolls or inward case snares and other stuff only on the right side, sorry. And plus the fact that I was wearing my backpack always on my right shoulder as well. It's all connected and it will give you a quick injury. So make sure that if you train on the left side now, that you don't force it and that you just find for the right spot. It doesn't have to be clean in the first step, but make sure that the first step makes you feel comfortable with it. And after that, you can look for a nice spot. How's that sounding?
That sounds very good. And guys, make sure that your throat is not dry. And if you reach your limit or something is uncomfortable, just make a small break. It's okay. You don't need to do it perfectly. You know, have a water near you or a beer like Thomas. I'm training hard. It's a hard training for me.
Yeah, thank you, Blady.
Yep, thank you.
So if you have a drink, go for a drink. And for those who want to start this exercise, I'm going to start right now and feel free to kick in. All right. It shouldn't be more of it, because if you train this thing too much, then maybe you will get an injury. So that's very good that you now tried to get out of your comfort zone for this first time when you if it's the first time that you actually try this on another thing. If I can give you one advice,
Oh, yeah,
sorry,
please continue.
if I can give you guys one advice, don't hesitate to, when you have a weekly schedule, for example, if you're training every Wednesday or maybe every day, I don't know how you guys are training, but if you, for example, say like, on this day I train freestyle, on this day I practice like I always do, just freestyling or just practicing battle routines or other stuff that you're doing. If you just pick one day in a week that you just train just 15 minutes, to do a single sound, might be a lip roll, might be inward case snare, or something else on the total opposite side that you're used to, it will help you to have a better overview is not the word, but like it will make sure that you're not only having troubles here or something, but that everything is in balance. If you know what I mean.
So I'm going to show you now again exercise that it's way more softer to counter your exercise. And let me tell you guys how interesting and refreshing is to just focus 100% on one sound. When 100% of you is going into one sound, this one sound is changing. You can really develop it. So your job is actually to mix and produce yourself while you are beatboxer. So trzymaj się, Angelika, dzięki za że wpadłaś. So it's also it's interesting how the sound, you can better feel it, but also it allows you to really hear it. You need a couple of years of beatboxing to really listen to yourself, how good are you or where you can change to be better. So it's very interesting and I really love it. Thank you, Tim. And now we're going to do exercise, simple exercise with a melody. So first listen to those notes. We're gonna use these 4 accords. First, let's just try to hum like a little bit. All right. No. Tim is using his computer mic, but it sounds actually good, right?
It is. So it's not the Shure.
No. But it sounds
then
good.
I will change it in a bit.
Yeah.
Not
it
now.
Yeah, exactly. So just hum a little bit with me, and please use the same voice when you are when somebody's speaking to you, and you go like That's the technique that we want to use in this exercise, and just allow yourself to do it without pressure, like you're alone in the room. You know, we are doing exercise. Exercise, it's not meant to sound perfect. It's meant to make you better, okay? And first, just humming and seeing what you feel when you hear these notes, okay? So when I hear this, it's like a memory of summer, like, I don't know, being drunk with a girl, with your boys or with your girls. It's a little bit nostalgic feeling of those notes. It's like remembering and then feeling a little bit warm in the belly, you know? That's how I experience it. And your experience can be totally different, and that's super duper okay, right? Just 2 more times. Okay, cool. You can even close your eyes. If you can even turn off the video for this exercise, it's all about to you. So we're gonna do beatboxing with those notes. Very simple. And exercise, it's about to first like a little bit open up to beatboxing with notes. Like it's a way to really spread your options to make cool stuff with your beatboxing. but also it's about to just let you feel whatever you feel when you hear those notes. It's very powerful. It's simple but powerful technique to exercise. So the beat's gonna be like. Just feel, just do the beat. And whatever feel, you just feel. Don't judge it, just feel. Now we're gonna do a little bit of ooh ooh in the middle of the beat. It's gonna sound like this, okay? Listen. And you decide how much you will allow yourself to feel what you feel, how much you're going to be vulnerable, right? Because sometimes to win a battle or to make a really dope showcase, it's about how deep you will show who you really are as a beatboxer and as an artist, and you just don't give a fuck what anybody feels about this. That's how you win really battle. Like, I don't care if I'm winning, I'm losing, I'm a winner, you know, like. So try to go super deep whatever you feel and just like make it a little bit dreamy for yourself. So it's a very, whatever happening to you, it's very individual and it's very okay. Maybe you don't feel nothing and it's also okay, right? So don't worry about the thing. So again, the simple version, and then we're gonna make it a little bit more advanced. And now we do a little bit more. So I want you to still do pum and or ooh, whatever we're gonna do, but do whatever you feel to do. You can make a lot of drums, a lot of sounds, but make sure you stay with the notes and stay with the feeling, okay? So for example, you can start with me. And now let it go. Just do it exactly how you want it. Go for it. Make the notes super soft and use your normal vocal, but the drum can be powerful, whatever. And just connect with the feeling what you have while listening to the notes and making them. And use the same feeling to make drums. And just stay with it. Two more times. Go deep, go deep. And don't judge it, just do it. You're just doing it. Very good. Now we're gonna change a key and let's see what we're gonna feel doing this beat, okay? So the notes are gonna be a little bit different and let's just observe what's gonna happen to you, all right? So. One more time. Thank you. What's even, you know, we are doing beat with only 4 notes and a lot of can happen in you, right? You just listen to it and you allow yourself to feel something. You know, it's totally different vibe and it can be very individual, very personal what's happening to you. What's also what I would like to show you before the team will say something or give us something else is using just 2, 3, or 4 notes, you can make masterful thing. Because I will show you this. This is the easiest example. So let's make a song in the D sharp major. Okay, now you try it with me. First, we're gonna do 2 times from the up to the from down to the up, and then we're gonna stick to the 1 note. 1, 2, 3, 4. And going back to the normal one, and only first note. Okay, so what I experience while doing this beat, when we are moving the melody, with the rhythm, it feels that the story is moving, that I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere, Kris, I'm going. The topic is, you know, we are developing a song. But when we stick to 1 note, the tension is incoming because we don't know what's going to happen next. So just by using 4 notes, you can make a real story if you allow yourself to start small. Don't compare yourself with any other beatboxer, because whatever you see on internet, it's the polished version, it's not real, and it's overproduced. It doesn't work to compare yourself with anyone. It's not reality, and the sound on the most successful YouTube channel is not real. It's not real. So be okay with it. Be okay that you sound the way you sound. You don't need to compare and judge it yourself too much. But you have to start make real songs and start make them simple but honest. And this will make you grow strong and powerful, that people like to listen to you. Because if you want to start with, you know, mastery and amazing songs and this and this and that, you will never finish it. It's all, you know, it's all in your imagination. So try to start small and finish your songs. And and I love this exercise. I do it every day. It's really helped me to appreciate beatboxing even more and go deep. Sometimes I look for notes, or Sometimes I'm beatboxing my old routines and I'm looking in which key it is. It's a very, very cool exercise. So before I'm gonna ask Tim to ask him what whatever. So before I ask Tim what he want to do right now, I will tell you this advice because there's many new people. You can become way better tonight. You can become way better tonight if you name all your beats. Just name them. Become a composer. Difference between a beatboxer who's just a beatboxer and like, you know, you're beatboxing to guys to rap on it, and to become a musician and composer is respect for your own craft, respect for yourself. Whatever beat you have, just fucking name it. When you name it, you don't need to remember it because the name will already make you remember all the beat. Giving it name, it gives it power. Become a musician, become a composer today, just name it. It can maybe sound cheesy, but it really works. You have to start there. So Tim, it's getting a little bit late, but maybe you want to say something?
Yeah, I had still one exercise in my mind to do.
Perfect, I love it.
But before I start with this, I like what you said there. I remembered when you said it at a Master of Beatbox camp.
Can you make your volume a little bit bigger in audio settings, the input level? Go
what about
up.
Now?
Better, thank you. Wonderful.
Okay. So what I was saying is that I remember that you told us, like the students at Master of Beatbox camp, to name your stuff. I mean, like the compositions you make or the beats that you make, you need to give it a name. And since that moment until now, it really helped me. So thank you. So guys, this is really good advice. Also, it will help you to respect what you just made, not only for other people but also for yourself, and you will immediately have the feeling to finish what you started with it. You will start to love it even more because of naming it. So that's really nice advice. Thank you.
It's a relationship with your art. You're building relationship with your creativity because all of you guys are creative types. You have a hunger to be creative. So you need to respect that part of you and you need to work with it. And it's a beautiful part to just name it. It has a meaning for you. And you don't need explanation that no, it's only for me. Like, don't be humble about it. It's your life, it's your beats. You need to be proud of them, and it's okay to really, really take it seriously. You know, you don't need the excuse to do it. Continue, sorry.
So yeah, I would like to finish with one exercise, but I would like to keep the same energy as we had before with Blady's exercise because the melody stick in my head and in my senses. Yeah, perfect. I liked it. But the transition to my exercise will be with drums now, but don't hesitate to stay in the same vibe because I like it. What we're going to do now is we're going to choose a snare. You can pick anyone you like, but I really recommend to pick a snare where you're really not comfortable with, or like a snare that you actually want to master. For me, it could be something like or snare like this. So choose a snare, and then we will repeat this snare at a certain tempo, something like come on. Keep doing it. Keep doing. Keep on going. And try to feel as if you already mastered that snare and it sounds awesome anyway. 10 more seconds. Okay, that should do it. So now we're going to do the same thing, but one by one we're going to add one sound. And you don't need to repeat that sound over and over, but you can make it alive. So what I try to say is you continue with doing and all of a sudden you just throw a sound wherever it comes like, and after a couple of times you add 2 sounds, 3 sounds, 4 sounds, make it yourself difficult. And yeah, that's it. And you will see that it can have very cool outcomings and interesting ideas. And if you have an interesting idea, try to remember it or try to write it down, and there you can experiment with. We're going to start. 3, 2, 1, and keep it going. Ten more seconds. All right. That's nice. I hope that you had nice idea with this thing. Now we're going to do the opposite, and you can pick your favorite snare. And we're going to do the same stuff. So you can choose whatever snare you like. Mine will be, I think, the or the I will decide it on the spot, so it will be cool. But then you can go all in, but again, step by step, be patient and build up carefully until you have like the booming result that you want to have. All right, so let's go in 3, 2, 1, and keep it going. Ten seconds. All right. Cool. The reason why I did this exercise with you guys is to train the sounds where you're still struggling with, or the snares where you're still struggling with, but you can do the same thing with a kick, for example, or with just another sound that you like. But another reason why I did this is because of doing this exercise, you can have very nice patterns or very nice rhythmics that you even didn't use before. And if you have this small little thing to practice with, or as a beginning of something new, then it can be a total side or a song of yours that you even didn't know that you had it in you. So that's the reason why I make this exercise with you. And this little practice, you don't have to do it like 1 hour long or 30 minutes long. If you do this just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, very good, then it will have the effect as you have practicing 3 hours. But make sure that you don't have your phone with you while doing this stuff. Make sure that you're concentrated, because a famous jazz musician like Kenny Werner, he said 5 minutes of practice, but on a very focused way, is way better than practicing 2 hours or 1 hour when you're like not really alert or focused. So that's something that I wanted to say.
I love it. I love it, guys. It's such a good exercise to start with a lot of silence and find a groove already. And you know, you're doing only the snare, but you can move already your body. You just start with like make as little as it possible and make it the coolest way it is possible. Like make the coolest nothing ever. That's how you get a lot of material, because you need to stretch and make a lot of material that is effortless to make a real show, because you cannot always go 100%. On internet, most of the beatboxers are doing 100% beats, but it's impossible to listen. The best beatbox to listen is 45%. And you can listen and listen and enjoy it, because there is space to actually hear it. And another tip, it's crazy tip. When you are doing a silence break, this is actually when audience is understanding what's going to happen, what has happened. For example, you're doing the break of silence is the moment that it's actually going inside their head, and it's the moment to let them think like, whoa, this is amazing. But before the silence, they don't understand nothing. That's why silence is so powerful. It's part of your composition. So developing courage and feeling good about silence in your beats, it's super cool. It's a very good exercise to actually test how much in control and how much you're confident in your beat. But audience and normal people, not beatboxers, because beatboxers are not your clients, are not your audience, are not your listeners. They are just your friends. That's something different. It's different relationship. Normal audience needs a break to appreciate you. You need to find a way to show them what are you about, what are you doing, why this is cool, what's your story. And the easiest way to understand it is when you go on stage and look at the people and telling your name, your age, where you're from, and how you feel about the show. It gives them context to understand your background. And this little bit of information will let them like you more. If you would just go there and make the best beat in the world, maybe they will not like you, because it's not about the best beatbox in life. It's about to have fun and enjoying our stories, you know? So it's a very interesting thing that sometimes when people really love you and go to your every show, they know the songs, but they are interested what you will say between the songs. And they are going for those small bits of your character, of your humor, of your story, of the way you are playing on stage with them. Can I do one more exercise and then you do last exercise?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so we're gonna do those 4 notes. Or maybe. So let's do up, 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 up. let's use our normal voice, like normal voice without no effects, no filters, okay? Just up, up, very simple. Up, 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 up. Sorry. This is gonna be better, sorry. I was not in tune. Up, 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 up. Now let's do a and then e. So it's gonna be up, 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 up. Okay? And sometimes you want to add some more sounds because you can, but try to be assertive and just make it simple and make the best simple beat that it's possible. And now we're gonna do a, e, o, up, 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 up. Okay, super cool. Now I want you to make snares on every second kick, but the snare you will do, it's very simple. You will make a kick, and directly after the kick, you will make a small blow of air. So it's gonna be no effects, no filters, no changing of nothing, just breathing in your mic. If you breathe to the mic, it can make a wonderful sound. You need to make it just soft, okay? So it's gonna sound. That's gonna be the rhythm, okay? So, sorry. Up, 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 Thank you, wonderful. Now let's do kick and rim shot. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, and the last version of the beat, please stay with me. It's sorry. I never did this with piano. Okay, so we just listen to those notes. We're gonna try to remember them. We are already remembering them because we are listening to them. A, E, O, 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 Okay, thank you. This is simple exercise, just 3 notes, just A, E, O, and you can do so much with it, so much fillers, and you can do so much, storytelling with the So using just normal voice and connecting it with some notes will give you so much more to do in your beats. You don't need to always use powerful techniques. So maybe we're gonna finish it off with questions and answers. What do you think, Tim?
To me, it's good. I had one exercise left, but it's back to the drums, and I feel that it's maybe not necessary. What do you think? What time is it now? It's
1.5 hours. I think it's okay to. I have to go. Thank you, Tomasz. So, if you have any questions, please not hesitate. Just ask us away. Maybe we can, we can help you somehow. And the question can be simple or stupid. Doesn't matter.
There are no stupid questions to me.
But not everybody at the same time.
I got a question. There was an exercise team where you used one sound, for example, you were doing one sound and doing something between. And my question is, would it be a good idea to train other sounds, like not the fundamentals, but for example, sounds which you're not using so much in your beatbox, but you would like to incorporate it into your beatbox? I don't know if I'm clear with my question.
Yeah, for sure. Because this can be a very good rhythmical training, even if it's not like a basic drum sound. For example, this might be like a one-shot chance to failure, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. Imagine that I try to do. Then you can make, for example, make the audience feel like you're in. But all of a sudden you go in counter time, so you'll be like. If you know what I mean. So you can train, for example, this sound, and you can, if you use this as a practice exercise, you can use whatever sound you would like to do. But if you, for example, want to do it live for audience, you can trick with it. For example, like I did now, going off timing, but you can also use just normal fundamentals if you want to make it easy for the crowd to understand, if you know what I mean. But to be very clear, you can do this with any sound for sure. Doesn't have to be a drum sound. But if you want to make like a show with this, doesn't have to be a drum sound, but then maybe if it's not a snare, then you should think, okay, how can I present this sound without sounding it like this is the main rhythm or the snare timing and stuff.
Like this exercise really, like, how to say it, resonates with me, because I see how huge potential it has. Like, you can do it on 4, you can do it on 5, 3. You can like come up with some crazy combos, crazy like switches in the beat. So really glad that you come up with this one. It's like really crazy exercise.
I'm glad to hear that. Do you have
Yeah.
a sound where you think of now? Because you said like, does it have to be with a drum sound?
I think like of sounds, for example, this or this or like or different sounds, because
Yeah,
I got a bunch of sounds and I don't really use them. So it's like, yeah.
yeah, but like this would be a better example. I did it with, but you can do it with the like I
Mhm.
don't know what that sound was.
It's
Yeah, the laser thing.
it's like, I think, my own snare.
Oh, that's
'Cause,
cool. But imagine that you use it in this way, like, and you go off timing, like. That's so
yeah,
you know that
yeah,
that's so sick.
yeah.
And
It's
imagine you do it with
super
this
groovy.
sound. Imagine you do it with this sound, and you make the crowd believe like, okay, this is the rhythm, and then you
Mhm,
just stop moving, but you keep the sound going, and then you go in counter timing.
mhm.
It's the best thing, and you can do it with any sound. But a good
Actually,
thing
you
is,
can also do it like uh, do polyrhythm with this one.
of
It's
course,
also,
of
yeah.
course, there's so many outcomings with this one. Like
Damn it! I need
it's a
to.
training, but it can be a show too.
Yeah, yeah.
I love
Okay,
it.
but
Really good question. We have another question. Is it true that beatboxing alone can make the breathing alone can make a huge difference in singing beatboxing as well? If so, why is that? And how to train practice breathing with diaphragm? So as a beatboxers, we already are pretty good with the air management, because air management is actually to not let go of all air that is in your body in one sentence. For example, I didn't breathe too much in, but I can talk and talk and talk and talk, and you will go to sleep, and I will talk again because I have many beatbox stories in my head. So it's about that you are controlling how much output you're having. So you can make for at least a minute, and that's probably most of us. So that's already a lot of control of air that you have in your belly, because if you want to do it long, you will feel your abs going more tighter. So you don't need to be more aware of it actually, but because just practicing smart, like the practice what we did with team and the pupfekace, is very good for those things. I really like the to always have balance, not too much and not too less air in your body, but to really understand breathing in music, in vocal music, that's hi-hats, in beatboxing, and that just mainly singing. Because you are allowing air to go out of your body. So practice that we did at the beginning of the workshops is prr and r and nay 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 nay. Singing is breath. It's like a couple of things, but mostly it's just allowing breath go out. So if you will train every day what we were doing in the beginning, it will totally change your awareness of breath, because you will notice that where the resonance is. And like the coolest trick for me is to imagine when you sing that the air and you're singing up to your head or even back to your head, instead of thinking that it's going out of your mouth. It will make you sing stronger and way more easier, because it's all about that our body is the resonance. What do you have for breathing, Tim?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention because I just got a message in. Can you
No
repeat it?
problem. No, the breathing alone can make beatbox better. What do you have anything about to training something with breathing?
If I need to talk about breathing, I would actually focus on the fact that sometimes you don't need to breathe while doing some stuff. So, for example, you can It's something that I always teach to children who are learning to beatbox on the first step. And it's like, for example, when I'm teaching the kick drum, they're doing with a lot of air, and sometimes I say like, just make sure that when you're trying to practice this kick drum, that you only use your lips and not your lungs, because for example, I can do 100 kick drums and still breathing in and out. So that's something. I don't know if that was related to the question that just got in, but
I love it.
yeah.
I
But
love it.
if I need to make a quick summary of this, just analyze for yourself what body parts that you need to use and not need to use, because I realized when I'm doing a tongue bass, for example, I'm using the muscles of my back too, but actually you don't need it. So I'm doing really like, but it's really bad for body movement. So if you can do like, that's cooler. And it's the same thing with breathing. So
Yeah, it's a very great tip, and thank you for that, Tim, and thank you, Thomas, for question. You need to find a way to make your sounds easy for your body, to make them natural for you. Because if it's going to be too much out of your comfort zone, you will end up sounding like it's a hustle for you to make those sounds, and audience will get bored, and it will feel this. You know, if you put a stray on your body by your beatboxing, people gonna feel it and they're gonna start to talk. So make the most relaxed, most not absorbing way to find the most relaxed way to make sounds, but still allow yourself to make them beautiful. And yeah, of course we can make. Of course you can go like this, but I already feel like, whoa. God damn it! I don't want to do that. It's just too much on your body, especially when you are a professional, and you just always dig. Your muscles are so strong. You don't need to go. No. Like you just need to. You just need this small place when the quality is. So really good question. I love it. So what's your own way to come up with new ideas for routines? What are other well-known and tested ways? Tim, what's your own ways to come up with new ideas and routines?
I take inspiration for new compositions. I try to get inspired by everything. So not only music, but also by my favorite movies. Sometimes my favorite type of food. I'm not kidding. And also my favorite places in the world. And in combination, I mean, like if you combine all those things together, you will see that it's like a really cool. Uh, I think universe is the perfect word to say. It sounds cliche, but it's the truth. So, for example, I can look to. Do you guys have Netflix?
Yeah.
Most of you do have, I think. If you guys have Netflix, there's one series that I can advise you, and it's The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. It's like a basketball player, and even there, I try to take inspiration from, and not only because of the motivation videos, but also in the way that he's working. So, to be more clear, I can take inspiration out of um, someone's words selection that I think like, this is a nice way of saying things. So maybe I should practice the way I'm saying things too. And you can select different word choices to add in your lyrics. So that's why films are sometimes good to, or movies are good to watch and to get inspired for making routines. And otherwise, I would say like try to listen not too much to popular beatbox videos if we're talking about making routines or making beatbox compositions. I would say try to listen to your favorite type of music, and I don't mean, for example, like techno or drum and bass and stuff. I like those genres and I take inspiration out of those things. But I need to admit that my favorite kind of music is actually film music. For example, the Chronicles of Narnia, Star Wars. Those things are really inspiring me. When Darth Maul's coming up and stuff, I like to pick those melodies and those sound effects. I like to put them in my beats, for example. Yeah.
Yeah,
Out
yeah.
of everything,
Very good.
Not only the most popular beatbox videos. This will keep you super small. Trust me.
Yeah, the question you a little bit connected is your answer. I mean, is that if you compare your creativity to anybody else, it doesn't work. It's a lazy way to think about. So you are very unique, all of you guys, and you have a special your own story. Like nobody knows how it feels to be you. And it's not really about the idea how to be you, but how really feels to be you. And if you can translate it to the beat, that's all you ever need, but that will be way too simple. So it's about to be in contact with you. So you can ask yourself who you are, what's your level, like who you are as a person today, who you are as a beatboxer. And if you will understand on which level you are, it will be easier to you to get connected with your creative part. So to really like open up to your inspiration and find inspiration everywhere, it's okay to like dig deep in you, like find your motive, like to, and also be honest with yourself. Like maybe you're just a lazy guy and how that feels. Like I'm super lazy guy. Like I'm crazy lazy. Like what the fuck? I'm super lazy guy. So how much you can admit who you really are.
Yeah, being honest.
And when you are accepting things, like horrible things sometimes about you, like, well, I was not maybe the coolest guy here. And in the moment you see yourself, there is plenty of space that you can take and use it in your creativity. For like, if you will understand that you are not, it's about to being in contact with your body, being grounded with your body. And sometimes we are repressing stuff, right? We are maybe angry at somebody and people are asking, what's going on? And you're saying nothing, but something is going on. And we do that stuff every day. But if you allow yourself to actually feel what's going on in you, that's a beautiful material to make songs. Because when you are in the composer mode, it's exactly when we were training this. You are allowing yourself to feel hatred, anger, anxiety, and just put it in your creativity, like fucking puke it. Puke it in your beats, but don't judge it. Judge it later, after you finish. But just allow yourself to do it, be in contact with yourself. And that's the answer, that's a masterclass answer. That's the best answer I can give you. But sometimes you just need to listen to the people who make great music. Led Zeppelin, Stevie Wonder, just a lot of cool shit. You just need to listen to music by people who understand music. For example, new song by Bruno Mars. It's such a masterpiece of composing. Beatles are used every technique of arrangement. Sometimes you just need to learn and understand and be okay with that you are just a beginner student. And if you are okay with understanding that you are a beginner student, it will be way easier to take from beautiful music stuff that you can get inspired. So if you will think that you are not too good and make yourself low, like, no, I will never do it, it's going to make you slow. If you think you're a little better than you are, it's going to make you even slower. So if you know exactly where you are, who you are, you can really get inspired by stuff. And that and the last part of this answer, because it's a super cool question. It's watch biography and read biography books about artists, about musicians, painters. Every painter has, you will find people who have same story as you, and you will be like, whoa, he made such a big thing, and he was always having problems, always being sick, always being lazy, always being angry. It's very cool to have context, like you have a song or a band that you love, get a fucking book about them, know everything about them. If you don't know anything about your favorite band, you are wasting your time. You're not understanding their process. You need to understand the process of your favorite musicians, and you need to listen to them. If you have like favorite band, you have to know all of their songs because you're open to them. So use it that you already have something favorite. So half of the work as a musician is producing, is making music, but half of it is learning to listen to music. And it's both equal. It's not like 80% making music and 20% listening. It's 50-50. If you cannot listen to music and appreciate it and learn to appreciate, like many times you will find the music to be not interesting and you'll be like, oh, I cannot listen to it. But after 10 times you'll be like, God damn it, this is masterpiece, because you need to learn it. And it's the same with your own beatbox. Most of the time we are not listening to ourselves. We are just excited and happy that we are doing something, like, oh, this is great, I'm doing a beat, like, but what's actually happening, right? So I just took
Very
time
good
to
answer and very nice question.
Yes, exactly. So we go deep because we have option to go so. And how to deal with mouth conditions like mouth ursels, or maybe even simple cold or runny nose. Should you beatbox or take a break or get treatment? Tim.
I didn't understand the word that
If you have like a
cold?
pain or sickness or you are ill.
Get a break. For real, get a break. I had last year in 2020 in May, I had the first time ever that I had a click while beatboxing in my jaw, and I was kind of frustrated that I had it, and I realized it's not only the fact that I was beatboxing too much, but it was also the fact that there was a lot of frustration inside of me, and that's really toxic or something. But it doesn't mean that you are you have those frustration things or something. But if you have something where you struggle with and it's actually hurting and you need it for your beatbox, take a break immediately, because your beatbox will not fall down when you don't practice. Just have a good time and watch some Netflix, or play chess, or hang out with your friends. But if you push yourself to go further and further and further, you will really destroy your body. I need to say that in November, I still had this thing. So I mean, like last year in May until November, I was still continuing beatboxing, and the pain in my jaw was getting worse and worse and worse until the day that I woke up and I just took a bite of my sandwich, and immediately injured for November, December, January, 3-4 months no beatboxing. And I was really, and I'm not gonna lie, I was deeply unhappy because I told myself, oh, I can't beatbox anymore, it's done with me, because it really felt like this. But that's just something how I was dealing with it, and I cannot advise you this. But to take a rewind, if you already feel something like it's not okay, then take a break in the first place and have fun doing other things and make yourself happy. And also call a specialist, because I did different things to make my jaw healed again. I went to how do you say it, kinesist? You understand what I mean with this? Like imagine that you
Physiotherapist?
sorry.
Physiotherapist?
You could call it like this. Imagine that you have an injury because you're playing sports. You need to go there as well, but you have the same things with your mouth, same kind of stuff.
It's
So I went to a
it's a
specialist.
skull jaw doctor, actually.
It's a what?
skull and jaw doctor.
Okay.
It's just
Oh yeah,
doesn't
but
matter.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
True.
Actually, it matters. But yeah. So yeah, I would say call a specialist and ask them what's wrong, but by really telling everything what you feel. Um, and to add even more, I know the story is long, but it's very important because I'm really sure that a lot of professional beatboxers will collapse after that they have the same struggle, because it's really something. It's not too dangerous, but it might get dangerous if you don't respect your body. Um, so yeah, to continue the story, after that I went to a specialist. I also found out that I was biting in my sleep, and that might also because it might also be because of stress and stuff like this. But now it's way cool. I took time for myself. I'm happy. I'm not too stressed anymore. I'm good. No worries. Um, and yeah, the doctor and the specialist, they said like you should take like in Dutch we call it an obitplat, but it's something that you put on your teeth to bite on when you're asleep, and when you wake up again, you will not feel any pain anymore. So to sum those things up, I took a break. I took time for myself, and I was enjoying being lazy, and I listened to the specialists their advice. And when you respect the time of it, then everything will get okay for sure. Skiller had the same problem with his throat. He had also problems that his throat was very fragile for doing bass and voice, but with some good practicing of advice of specialists, he can do hardcore stuff again. Now you can hear it on this YouTube channel. So yeah, just respect the fact that you need a break sometimes, and no worries, your beatbox will not fall down, or it will fly away or something. It's still there, and you continue building on it whenever you're you're good again. And if you take a break, then you might be surprised with how many new ideas you will come in after that you begin again.
Yeah, if you have oracles, it means that you're not washing enough your mouth and your hands. Like, this is just practical and logical explanation. You need to work on that. You need to work on the hygiene of the mouth, of the microphone, of the hands. Like the oracles and the it's just the way it starts. So maybe it's a bacteria in food because you didn't wash it properly. That's just one-on-one, and that's the basic thing. Or you are working too much and not drinking enough water and not getting enough nutrients. If you train every day, it becomes a discipline. It becomes a sport. You need to look at it like something's challenging. So you need to think about diet, about water, and also about rest. Especially if you're learning something new, part of it is sleeping. Part of it is making a break. You will not learn the new thing totally if you will not rest from it. So also, it's better to do it every day 5 minutes than every day, or like once a week 10 hours. And sometimes 5 minutes, if you're really smart, it's enough. Because most of us, we train so much already. We did already so much with the sounds. We don't need to butcher ourselves anymore. We need to start being aware what's going on with our beats.
Right.
Okay, smart Ocos, runny nose, and runny, I don't know, some treatment, hygiene, some good supplements for beatboxers. So, first of all, what I would suggest is just get vitamin D and D3 and K2. Get CBD if you have money for it, but now it's getting cheaper and cheaper. And vitamins, so vitamin C, vitamin D3 and K2. Get magnesium and get zinc. So these are things that are super powerful and then can make your body weight stronger. Cut away milk if you feel bad after milk, and for sure cut away sugar. The more sugar, the more bread you eat, the more oral curls you will have. If you have runny nose, sometimes runny nose comes only from drinking milk because you cannot digest it. And in your intestines, to make the milk go out of your body, it creates some kind of a glue. It's called Schluss in Polish. So this shit, when you are digesting actually milk, it goes straight to your lungs and to your head. So if you have all the time runny nose, thank you, Tomek. If you have all the time runny nose, maybe the diet is the thing. So try to eliminate stuff that you don't need, and the sugar, the whitest bread, and the like bad quality milk that is in the normal shop, it can already go away, because we are so fragile with the voice. And you will, it's just a matter of time when you will get small injuries, bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you can handle that, you will have no oracles and something, you just need to, you need to try to work it out. So the hygiene, and I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, for the guys who don't think this is important because it has nothing to do with beatbox, it has to do with beatbox. It's the whole body, even your shoulders, neck, back. It's you all need to use it for beatboxing. You will really be surprised how many things that you are using while beatboxing, and a lot of stuff that you actually don't need. So if there's any trouble with your body, so it might be your mouth, might be your neck, might be trapezius muscle. I don't know how you translate it well, but if there's like anything like this, which is not, which doesn't feel right, make sure that this will that this is fixed first before you continue beatboxing, because beatboxing can be really damaging if you not um, care take care of yourself well. So what I also would advise, and that's an advice that I got from Blady, but it's really good. Um, I try to do yoga every morning before I practice. And if you don't want to do yoga, because you really don't want to, that's still fine. But I can give you still some tips to take care of your instrument. It would be, before that you practice, open your mouth, but not too much, and very. I'm going to do it. You open it like very softly, very slowly, until you feel the small stretch, but don't overstretch it. Just like this, and then you close it again, but not your teeth on each
It's
other.
actually small opening.
And then you do it a couple of times, but not too much, and do it very slowly. Also, like this, but very, very slowly, because this one is very dangerous. It can really click it can click very easily. Plus, also do it right after practicing, not only before, but after too, because then you make sure that everything is, how do you say, lost? Like it's not getting stuck. That you prevent of getting your muscles stuck somewhere. So do the same practice. I mean, the same exercise after that you finish beatboxing. And also something, and this will be really strange to show, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to put the camera a little bit like this, and I'm going to use.
You muted yourself.
So yeah, watch carefully. It might look very funny, but actually it's really useful. When you finish beatboxing again, you can sit on a chair and you can try to do this with your body. You try to get straight, but very slowly, very, very, very slowly, until you feel that you're sitting. I don't know how to say, like as right as possible. And then with those muscles, sorry for my translation because I don't know it, that's why I want to show it to you. With this, you try to put yourself back like this. And then you're getting up again, but very, 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 very slowly. Because this is making everything that's connected with the shoulders that you're also using. This will make it, this will also prevent you for having a stuck body. So that's really important. And it only takes 2 minutes of your day. So I really advise you to do this, because if you wake up with a back that hurts or with neck that hurts, it can really prevent you of having a nice practice day. Really mark my words.
So also we have tendency to go like this because of the computers, but also because of the beatbox, right?
Mhm.
So you need at least 10 times a day when you go super back. Like it's weird that you have a couple of chins, because that's the place that it should be. So give yourself time to go back and just breathe, because you will see that, oh, I'm beatboxing even more computer and it's going like this. And you can see many beatboxers, when they beatbox, they go even harder, right? So just be careful of that. And you can actually wash after training, you can use hot water to put it on your skull and a little bit open and close your mouth. But yeah, just try understand that you need to respect your body. Your body is the tool that allows you to do many stuff in your life. It's, you know, it's your vessel for your dreams. So you have to really respect it. We have a question. It's going to be last question, guys. Do you have any special advice to make videos as good as possible? For example, wildcards. I mean, how to do it effectively? And this is perfect question for Tim. And I would just say, from my old experience, it can take 5 days to do one video, and maybe it's still not enough. You just need to do it many times and then take a little break and then listen to it. It's not like, okay, now I took my time to make a wildcard and now this is it. No, that's just the beginning of working on it. And it's okay to take a lot of time, a lot of days. For example, when I make a song, I starting to do a new song, I need 5 days to record vocals, and first 4 days are misery. So the 5th day, I'm already super tired, but I'm already happy because I understand what I want to do. So it really is about failure and repeating and failure and repeating. You just need to do it many times to make it good, because there are many tricks. For example, you need intro, you need middle part, you need big splash, and you need end. You need to make a break, you need to make a silence, you need to name the routine, you need to say hello, you need to be confident, you need to be okay with yourself, you need to be rested on the video, you need to have a good lighting, you need to have a good mix, right? All those things are good to have. But in the end, if you didn't try 100 times, maybe it's not your best, you know? So you're gonna fail first 10 times. It's gonna be shit. Trust me. Your first 10 videos, I don't want to look at it. Show me your 1,000 video. Like, respect my time. Your job is to respect people's time. So give yourself time to really learn the process. Yeah. But Tim is really good in the making videos. So maybe he can also say from his perspective.
I agree with you, but also the fact that there's no time on it. There's no such thing that says like it takes 10 days to have a good video, or it takes 1 month to have a good wildcard. That's not true. You can be really work on one thing, and after 1 month you can really hear that it's actually really, really not good. So sometimes it can take 3 days, 4 days, sometimes it takes 2 months. My wildcard right now is taking me 1 month for now, every day. but sometimes I skip a day, and like Blady advised, I try to re-listen to what I created before, and maybe I have a different perspective of the thing I created about then. Because sometimes you can be really into something, and then when you're taking a break or just one day off, and you re-listen to yourself and you just have no expectations, zero emotion, then all of a sudden you can be surprised, like, oh, this part was good. Oh, actually, it's not that awful. And then you can work on this. You can continue. And when you think that you finished something, then ask to a person that you trust first what his opinion is about this. It might be a beatboxer, or it might be someone who's not beatboxing. It's good to have both perspectives, because a beatboxer can give you more advice about a technical part, but maybe a non-beatboxer can tell you that it's maybe too technical. So you can, you need to respect how many time it takes. But at the end, I would only make a video, like a wildcard video, only when I feel that the thing is ready. And when you make a wildcard on purpose and you say like, okay, I'm going to make something right now and this will be my wildcard, I cannot guarantee how long it takes and if it will be the best thing that you ever had, but make sure that you make it a long time before that the announcement is,
Deadline.
you got what I mean, right? Yeah, make sure that you prepare yourself way before the deadline or before the announcement, when you're actually able to upload your wildcard. There's no time on it, but don't be shy to ask people their opinion when you think it's finished, because sometimes they might hear something that you didn't hear before, like a small detail that can really be the perfect thing.
It's a very good answer. Thank you, Tim. In Polish scene, the problem is that everybody waits. They don't have discipline and they do it in the last moment. And let me tell you about creating something. The idea what you have in the beginning or before you even start to create, it's an illusion. It's your idea and expectations. If you are not masterful, you cannot do it. And even if you're a master, you will be like, whoa, everything's changed by the second. So you can have maybe idea like, I'm going to do this, and that, but maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it's not the day for those beats. So watch out with controlling your creativity, because then it becomes a sport. Like, I'm going to do this technique and I'm going to do this. Then it becomes like a tricks. And if you're just selling tricks in your wildcards, man, that's fucking boring. That's like, ugh. Like, that's why I really hate beatboxing nowadays sometimes. And I cannot listen to beatboxing because people showing tricks instead of telling the story with the tricks. And just like, hey, and another trick, and another trick, and another trick. My snare sucks, but I have super cool bass. I don't have rhythm, I don't have flow, but I can do this, this, and that. And for me, like a true lover of the art, it's like, why are you spreading misinformation and confusion? So this is this is more personal. It became more personal, but if you allow yourself to make mistakes and understand that maybe it's going to be totally different than you first think of, you need time to do it, right? It's going to be a process. So please do it earlier, and then it can be really beautiful, because sometimes small things like I remember when I first did in the tops of the house thing, and it blew my mind. It was, and this small on the breathing in, I didn't notice it, but after 2 days I noticed in the recording I did. So sometimes you will do things that you are not paying attention but are really beautiful, and you need rest time to actually listen to it, because hearing things, it's scientifically proven that after 20-30 minutes you don't listen anymore. That's why it's so hard even now to listen to us, because we are exhausted already. And with music, it's even harder. Okay, so let me say it's been a wonderful time with you guys. And I think once in a month we're going to do this. With my class, we are doing 3 times a week this kind of a workshops, about 1.5 hours, and it works really great. And soon we're going to start international class, and I'm going to promote it, and we're going to do more stuff with FootboxG. And let me say that your explanations, Tim, were on point, and you're getting way better with your explanations, way better than last time I saw you in person. I'm really, really happy that you join us, and happy for you guys to stay to the end. It's something powerful with staying to the end, even if it's online, but if you're from the beginning to the end of events, on situations, there are some special moments, like right now, the questions and answers, and there's some special spice in it. It's a really good style to have in life. So I wish you all good luck. And remember, there's a place for you in the market, and your art is needed, but it's your job and your responsibility to make it that it's gonna be worth our time to listen, right? So I wish you all good luck. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to write me or write Tim. Write to people, like ask questions. Don't be too proud or like, well, I will ask a question, but first I need to do that. And maybe you don't need to. Maybe you just need to ask a question, and it's going to be easier for you. Like, be smart about your life. Be smart about your beatbox. And stop comparing yourself with other beatboxers, because this doesn't work. It will make you depressed. I have many beatboxers coming to me like, oh, beatboxing in Poland, and no, we are bad because on the Swiss beatboxing, and this, like, bro, like, listen to your own beats. Why are you talking about others people's lives? It's not your business. Like,
Yeah, man. Fuck
so,
them.
guys, all the best. Thank you for listening. Thank you, FootboxG. You did a wonderful job. You guys also did a wonderful job.
Bro.
And I'm gonna put this video online this week. Good luck, everybody. Take care.
See you guys.